dream of dreams really do come true. Ooh, someday wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me.
ברוכים הבאים בשם אדוני. Welcome under this חופה. מאדיר על הכל, מגדול על הכל, מברך על הכל דרך אתה. וחיה, most awesome and glorious Adonai. Grant your blessings to this green, to this ground. This spot right here, this is your first home together. I know, you have a home, or you have a place that you sleep in Los Angeles, but this really is your first home. And it's appropriate that it's outdoors, because you guys really love to be outdoors. I think it was the other day you said people think you actually live in a tent, right? You don't. But how wonderful it is that we're here in nature and that you're getting married in this way, because that's part of what makes the two of you who you are, in the outdoors and, being together in the wilderness where there's no phones or any of that stuff. That does remind me everyone can put their phones on quiet during the ceremony. So, I want you to take a look out there. I won't say hi to them. Come on, you can do better than that. Right. All of these people here, first of all, they made the short list to come here. But if you look around at all these people, they're the ones that made you who you are. They made you who you are so that when you met, there was something between you that allowed you to fall in love. So, we could say that everybody here is responsible for the two of you being together on this day. And all of you can also participate in the ceremony as witnesses and as people that you're offering your love and you're offering your blessings. So anytime we do any kind of blessing, if you say amen, you're saying I agree with what was just said, and it's as if you've actually said the blessing yourself. So as we go through the ceremony, everyone can participate, and we can all be the officiants, although I'm the one who signed the document. So all of these people here went into making you who you are, but there's people that aren't here tonight that also were influential in their lives. And so we definitely want to mention these people who are gone from the earth, because they're never truly gone, because they're in your hearts and they're in your souls. They're just a part of you. So as you continue together, they continue with you. So Chris, we're talking about Edward Chris Schwaller, and Kenneth Graff Goodman, and Mary Jean Brown Goodman. Your grandparents aren't here with you, but they are, right? And Becca, Elizabeth Markowitz, and Mitchell Markowitz, and Carol and Herbert Gold, who recently were taking place. And so, all of those energies are here with us today, combined with all of the energies in this space, and the incredible love energy that the two of you have between you. So with all of that together, we're going to say our first blessing, which says, I need a tissue. You got it. Very good. This blessing says, thank God I was born. I was kept alive to be able to make this moment in my life. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'echianu, v'kiyimanu, v'higianu, lazman hazeh letzir. Amen. Blessed are you, source of creation, who has given us life and sustained us and brought us to this very moment in our lives. There's 2 cups we're going to be drinking from.
Do you want me to get mine?
Shall we continue? We're going to be drinking from 2 cups of wine. This first cup I recognize because it's given to everyone who's had a bar bat mitzvah for the last 25 years at Temple Emmanuel. And so that's going to be an old cut that comes from the past, because right now we're still in the past, right? Remembering the people that were part of your lives, the people that are here. We're still kind of thinking about what is it that brought the two of you together. And I've been thinking a lot about the discussions that we had. And it's really hard to pinpoint exactly who the two of you are. Because on the one hand, I just have this sense that you're like the mellowest, most easygoing, kind of go with the flow and all this. Yet I know that the two of you are like so neurotic about things that I don't know how those two things exist. Yet somehow, and maybe this is the beauty and magic of your relationship, it just feels as if you just flow through life together in such a wonderful, easy manner. And it's not like everything's easy for you. I know that you've had challenges, but there's something about the way we discussed all the things that go into marriage that you, well, we talked about that. We talked about this. I mean, I've been married 27 years. You guys figured out marriage. It's taken us, 26, 27 years. We still haven't figured it out. Yet the two of you kind of understand what makes each other tick so much. And I think a lot of it might have to do with this theme of planning, that you're both planners, right? But in totally different ways. You're a big thinker, right? The big picture. You're the small details. And you need each other. And I just imagine that that's going to be the way that you're going to be able to survive in your relationship, is allowing the other to have their place within that planning, within that, what are we going to do now? How are we going to deal with this? How are we going to incorporate this into our lives? That the two of you have a different way that you approach this stuff. But it's so complementary that it allows you to, as I mentioned a couple seconds ago, flow so easily through your lives. Now, I may be completely wrong about that, but it's just what I found. And if that's not the case, I hope that you learn to have that flow through life, and that you learn to rely on each other in a way that you already have. So this first cup, we're going to drink to how great it will be to plan out your lives together. And then how wonderful it will be that you will be there for each other, just as you have over the last 5 years, every step of the way. And that you continue to explore each other, explore the world around you, and be open enough to let each other into your hearts and souls for the next, 100 years. So we drink to that. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Right, the pause means Amen comes in. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'hitir lanu et hanisuin v'hanisuot lanu al yadei chuppah v'kiddushin. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh amo Yisrael al yadei chuppah v'kiddushin. It's red wine, that's why we're very careful about it. Yes. We praise you, Adonai, source of life, created with the fruit of the vine. We praise you who makes us holy through mitzvot and consecrates this marriage. We praise you who makes our people Israel holy through kiddushin and the sacred rite of marriage under the chuppah. Okay, so we're done with the past and we're into the present. The present are the words you're going to say to each other that are going to unite your lives. So, who's got the vows? Rebecca's up.
Chrissy, Quiz, baby, lover, fiance. I'm ecstatic to be giving you another name, husband. You're the man of my dreams. Thank you for continuously encouraging me to be a better person. I'm so lucky to be able to spend the rest of my life with you. I'm so in love with you and love the life we have created together. And I want you to know that I vow to put you first always and forever. I vow to take you outside, although most people sitting here likely think we live in a tent. You took my line. It's okay. No worries, no worries. I vow to love you and kiss you more every day. I vow to take you for walks and never stop adventuring with you. I vow to continue to support you through all life's challenges and blessings. I love you.
Becca, you've spoken words of love and commitment and promises and dreams. Will you take those words upon yourself today and live them into the future with Chris as your husband?
I do.
We can hear a little cheer for that.
Rebecca, these past 5+ years have been some of the best in my life. I've never loved another person so much or so deeply than I do you. You're the first thing I think of when I wake up, and the first thing I think about when I go to sleep. And being so in love with you, I didn't know it was possible to fall farther in love. But it is, and I have. You've allowed me to reach higher levels of happiness and joy. You've pushed me to be a better person and friend. You have given me the opportunity to discover more within the outdoors, but even more within myself. You are my best friend and one of the biggest reasons I strive to make a better life of us. I vow to put you before myself and to above all put our family and our relationship before anything else. I vow to be not only there for you physically, but emotionally. I vow to celebrate all that is wonderful about our relationship and to express gratitude for what we have. I vow to love and support you always. I know life is a journey, but I vow to make it an adventure.
You have spoken words of love and commitment and promises and dreams. Will you take those words upon yourself today and live them into the future with Becca as your wife?
I do.
How about the rings? Do we have those?
I had one job.
How many times did you check it?
Every 15 minutes.
Okay, then you're gonna go first on this one.
Okay, Becca, taking this ring, which is a symbol of your love and faithfulness, speak the words to Chris that unite your lives.
Just repeat after me. You can look at me. Raise your left arm down. I am my beloved's.
I am my beloved's,
My beloved's
and my beloved's
mine.
is mine.
Set me as a seal upon your heart.
Set me as a seal upon your heart.
Okay, Chris, taking this ring, which is a symbol of your love and faithfulness, speak the words to Becca that unite your lives.
And I am my beloved's, and my beloved is mine.
Set me as a seal upon your heart.
Set me as a seal beyond your heart. Upon your heart. Upon your heart.
Okay, we go with the right.
Wonderful. We had a little bit of a private ceremony before this where we signed the ketubah, which is a kind of a Jewish marriage contract. We also signed a legal document for the state of California. And this says, "Be'echad b'Shabbat, ב-24 לחודש כסלו, שנות 5780, לבריות עולם למניין שאנו מונים כאן Temecula, California. And both has plighted their truth unto each other in affection and in sincerity, and has thus taken upon themselves to fulfill all of the duties incumbent upon a wife and a husband. This covenant of marriage was duly executed and witnessed this day. So this contract binds you in a kind of a legal way. Those rings bind you in kind of a legal way. But that doesn't talk about the spirit and what's between you. Now, you may not or know this, that tomorrow's Hanukkah. So we light one candle on Hanukkah. And there was a big discrepancy as to how you would light the candles. One guy said, his name was Shammai, he said, we should start with 8, right? Because the first day, it was going to last 8 days. Second day, 7 days. Then 6, and it would go down, and each one you take one candle out. But then Hillel came and said, no, that's not the way you live life. You live life adding to the joy each day. So the first day's 1 candle, next day's 2 candles, and then 3. And literally, on the first day of your marriage together, there's going to be a light that is going to be lit, and then 2, then 3. And we all hope that your love grows in the same way that the light grows from those candles into the world. So every year on Hanukkah, you get to say, there it is. Our first day of married life together, we had that candle and that kept us lit. And then it kept getting better and better and better and better as each day, each week, each month, each year goes by. And that's our hopes and our dreams for you. So in addition to that, there are 7 blessings that are hopes and dreams for the two of you. And this is accompanied by a second cup. This cup you haven't drank from yet. So this is really, you're drinking from this cup as the newest couple on the face of the earth when you think about it, right? So there are 7 blessings here. Each one of these blessings goes from really universal ideas to particular ideas, from the idea that the wine is made, it's kind of appropriate for where we are, and that the world was created and human beings were created and love was created and the two of your loves came together, and someday, no pressure, there might be children singing and dancing in the streets of Jerusalem, and that you're going to have this incredible life together. So after each one of these blessings, I'm going to pause briefly so that you all can have an opportunity to participate in this section. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shakol bara lichvodo. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, yotzer ha'adam. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher yatzar et ha'adam b'tzalmo, בצלם דמות תבניתו, והתקין לו ממנו בניין עד היד. ברוך אתה אדוני, יוצר האדם. סוס תסיס ותגל ציון, בקיבוץ בניה לתוכה בשמחה. ברוך אתה אדוני, לשמח ציון בבניה. שמח תשמח רעים האהובים, כשמחך יצרך בגן עדן מקדם. ברוך אתה אדוני, משמח חתן וכלה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר ברא ששון ושמחה, חתן וכלה, גילה רינה דיצה וחדווה, אחווה ואהבה, שלום ורעות. מהרה אדוני אלוהינו, ישמע בערי יהודה ובחוצות ירושלים, הכל ששון וכל שמחה, כל חתן וכל כלה, כל מצלות חתנים מחופתם, ונערים ממשתה נגינתם. ברוך אתה אדוני משמח חתן עם הכלה. There's only a couple things left to do. This is your Tali from your bat mitzvah. There's a lot of stuff from your bat mitzvah in this. It's very pretty. And I'd like to ask our parents to come up. If Bill and Anita and Jillian and Michelle could come on up. We want to offer you a special blessing. This is probably the most ancient blessing we have.
Not you.
Oh, come under. Oh, come under. We're all under. We're all under.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
Now, let's wrap around. You're wrapping. You guys hug. Yes, you're wrapping them. You guys hug.
Okay. So as you see, this is like a family hug fest right here. And we want to offer the two of you.
Are you guys comfortable? I know this is the way to get warm.
This is a very ancient benediction, and curiously, it's similar to what I was talking about with Hanukkah in that this blessing has 3 words in the first sentence, 5 words in the second sentence, and 7 words in the third sentence, which again, we want to add to all the joy that all of us are feeling for the two of you. But before we do this blessing, we need to meditate for a moment on the two of you. Just take a moment, if you're comfortable closing your eyes just for a sec. Let's give you our love energy. Let's give you the hopes and dreams for a happy life, for a life that has courage and blessing and safety. So let's take just a moment just to give them our love energy. Adonai, panav elecha, esem lecha, shalom. May God bless you and keep you. May God make His face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May God lift up His countenance upon you and give you peace. Amen.
Thank you. This is to the Cuban regime.
You can get out. We're good. You guys can stay home. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's like smacked you on the mouth.
All right. Chris, we have 2 things to do. One, you have to do what every groom looks forward to at a Jewish ceremony, right? Stepping on the glass. Then, everyone screams Mazel Tov. Let's practice. Mazel Tov! Then, you may kiss each other for the first time.
As a married couple. You're gonna leg foot. This is your heel because that's the
So I'm going to say a few words. He smashes the glass. You guys are going to scream Mazel Tov, and then they kiss, and then we can all have a party. So I want to just talk about this glass here. There's lots of different meanings to this, but I like to think that this is the bookmark to the beginning of the ceremony. Rebecca circled you. Because the act of circling was her way of protecting you, creating a safe space. So that when you came under here, everything was clean, fresh, and new, and there was no negativity or anything. Well, it could be that, some negativity creeped its way under this hoopah. So you're going to take this, you're going to smash it. And probably the most ancient superstition is that the evil spirits can't stand the sound of broken glass. So as you do that, that's your act of protection for Becca and for the two of you, just as you circle in to create this safe space. And again, you're creating safety for each other, but just in very different ways, which is the way your life is going to go together. So with all that in mind, in the presence of these witnesses, and in keeping with our tradition, you have spoken the words and performed the rites that unite your lives. May your future be filled with health and happiness and prosperity. By the authority vested in me by the state of California, I pronounce you husband and wife.
And all of this happened by taking your hand. And who I am now is who I wanted to be. And now that we're together, I'm stronger than ever. I'm happy and free. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. Don't think I can keep it all in. And if you ask me why I've changed, all I gotta do is say your sweet name. It's your love. It just does something to me. It sends a shock right through me. I can't